also ties into the response that I have for Ubaka. I was gonna say too much.
And then the conscious last statement, she was saying I was just repeating phrases that we heard.
No, she didn't say we. She was saying
But she asked
she's saying don't join.
Yeah, she's saying dealing with having.
If you're not really about this life.
Yeah, right. Right.
If you're not about what's really going on. Where is she at? She always does this. She always does this. She ain't coming back anymore. No. Always do this shit. No, back to you, Baka then.
And it's like one thing to know that you have the program in there, but it's one thing to know the knowledge, but it's another thing to have that be a program into where that's what you desire to do is to change it. Like, you.
That's why she never come on. You ain't got no goddamn internet. We got you, Baka. We see you. Go ahead, Aya.
I was just saying that it's like it has to be in you to want to, knowing that we all have this programming. It has to be in you to want to dedicate to making the change, because you have to like stay persistent, and it gets easy sometimes for us to go into the safe route and not want to confront or not want to change in the moment, but it takes strength to actually like stay at trying to delete that program,
Right. Can I respond real quick to that? Cause I noticed this too, just being around a lot of people that consider themselves to be conscious or awake or waking up, whatever you want to call it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're frozen.
I mean, as long as you.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you? Okay. It's working now?
Try to stay still. Yeah, try to stay still.
Okay. In response to that, I just noticed too with a lot of people that consider themselves to be conscious, they're looking at getting out, I guess you could say, of the system solely from a physical standpoint. Like, oh, I can just move in the forest and I'm up now. Or I can just start eating vegan food and I'm up now. This is both physical and a mental and spiritual awakening that has to happen. You can't just move out to the tropics and think you safe now or you're out of the system. Because all you doing is bringing, all you doing is bringing white supremacy to the tropics. All you doing is bringing white supremacy to the forest. Like your mind has to be cleaned of the white supremacy program. This goes deeper than just, changing your clothes and getting locks and changing your diet. Where is your mind at? Are you still looking for romance and wanting the Roman love and the white man's love and I want to be held and cuddled and kiss on me? Like, we in a war. What are you talking about? We don't got time for that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the mission? What is the goal? Because if you just want to lay up, you can do that. You can got you so stupid. I mean, look though, I'm just saying though, if you just want to just be held or you just want male attention, you can get that shit from anybody in the Matrix. Obviously, you chose to be with somebody who's further enlightened because you want something else. So do that something else. You can't be afraid and run from it when you get it. Or say, oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Because your mind is still operating out of white supremacy then. You still want what white supremacy has to offer. That's basically what it is. Like, obviously, what y'all have going on there goes beyond just cuddling. Of course, it's time for that, but it's also time to be serious. It's also a time to teach other women. It's also time to be a representation of what a natural woman or an awake woman looks like. But, you know, obviously not everybody is doing that.
Yeah, that's what I was
like, y'all just gotta be real with yourself.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Like, my chart has a bunch of Aquarius in it. So I'm always thinking about, like, how I can fix humanity. And so when it comes to having the mind state of my husband and actually letting polygamy or just, you know, the natural state of how relationships are supposed to be happen, and Babylon way of thinking about it, it really sticks in my mind. Like, especially after having a child. Like, before I go, because I do have a personal experience that I do want to share with everybody, like even the family. It's like, oh my gosh. And it wasn't until Yubaka had came on that like triggered it back up, because I had the experience earlier, but then it triggered it when she said what she said. So we are the examples, because there are no other women out there that's doing what we're doing. And if we can show the world, like, this is what women go, because it is a reason why the world see us in this position. The thing is, we have to, yeah, if you are, then be that example for the world. And then that's the most beautiful part about it, because we're showing people, because people don't know. And so then, when it on the sister bonding aspect, on that flip. Okay, hold on for 1 second. Well, I'm gonna talk from right here, because I'm gonna put my breath. I'm gonna put my breath.
Okay, go ahead.
So when it came to Yubaka, when she came on, this was the second half of my response to her. When it came to sister bonding and her this position that she had about sister bonding, and I agree with everything that she said, because before baby Eliana came, I understood the sister bonding and understood like what it could bring, but I really wasn't like fully immersed in the fact, like I couldn't intellectualize what is to be felt. And so I did have a couple issues within my reality.
What comes in?
Excuse me, y'all. And so I did have a couple things before baby Eliana came. I did have a couple things in my mind and in my programming that stopped me and allowed me to think certain ways. Still have that Babylon high, peace reflection, and have that to have that Babylon way of thinking, right? And then when baby Eliana came, hear me? Well, I'm just gonna continue. It literally felt like a veil had been peeled off of my eyes. Like I don't know if any other woman had ever been through this when they had a child, but my whole shebang had been flipped upside down. Like I was seeing stuff that I never seen before. I was feeling things that I never felt before. A lot of things, like my mind changed. It was like, entering womanhood, the rites of passage, going through and then, still healing from the giving birth. And it was a lot of things that I had been experiencing, right? And this rising was very profound to me, to the point where I started crying. Like I started crying in front of the whole family, and I didn't articulate myself as good as I should have in that moment. All I could do was cry because it was just that deep. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the situation that happened. That prior to last night, I was feeling like very sleepy and stuff like that. So I was like tired, and I felt like I had low energy, and so I was like resting and stuff like that. And then Chief got up and he says, um, let's give each other a hug, let's do hugs, right? And so the guys like shot up, and this is what Yubaka was saying. She said that the guys give each other more hugs and do things for each other more than the women do, and show that that embracement more than the women do. And so, and the girls were just like sitting there watching the guys hug. And on my behalf, I sat there and I watched for a couple seconds, but I was so low of energy at that moment that I was like, damn, like I was in a position where I'm still healing from childbirth, and nobody came to give me a hug. And then in my mind, if it was me on the other end, I would have immediately come to the person, like to that woman, because this is how I think. If anybody knows me from Babylon, personally, that's in the room, you know that I'll take care of you even if you're not sick. Like I got you. Like it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that these women don't take care of me. It's just the Babylon mindset that I felt in that moment. The disconnection between the union of women, it runs that deep. And so I felt that in that moment. And I just started crying. I'm like, damn, like what the fuck? I'm like, we don't even like I said, because we brought it up, and I was like, my feelings are hurt. And then while I was crying, and then everybody was like, why you feelings hurt? I said, well, the guys get up and they hop up and with no type of disposition, like they just get up and they hug each other and they embrace, and the women don't. I said, what's up with that? I said, the women act like they don't want to be here, and I really felt hurt by that, because even though we're not technically sister wives, besides me and Aya, there should still be a bond there. There should still be a union there, because every woman is still connected. And I didn't feel that. And today, we was actually supposed to have the conversation of sister bonding. And so that was very significant to me. And well, actually, we talking about we are having it. I would say a little bit more and then I'll hand it to you. And so, with that being said, yesterday of us doing the video, and then I felt at that moment, and then the women came to me, and then it was like, but needless to say that I felt the Babylon programming, and I was like, damn, because Baby Aliana has pushed me to another extent. It has pushed me to another level within myself. And so if the other women aren't keeping up with me, then it makes me feel not crazy, but it makes me feel like I can't relate. It makes me feel alone, yeah. And so I just felt completely hurt by that, and it came out in tears. And then I thought about humanity, and I'm like, look at humanity. And I remember I did this specific video. If anybody's seen it, I don't think nobody's seen it, but it was on Facebook. I did it in Costa Rica, and I was crying for the earth. Like I was like in the video expressing my emotions, but I was bawling. Like I was like going ham, and everybody was like, "What? Damn!" Like that, because I was that connected to the truth. I was that connected to the earth, and so yeah.
And I'm so glad that all of this has happened, because it's like
It had put it out.
Because the conversations have been lining up to what has actually been going on. And so this is what actually really deeply needs to be healed within all of us. Like, because I do notice that the men, they just jump up and, talk, and then the women are kind of like, should I, do you like me because you like this? And you just come here, like, hug, like, set you up, and so, like, it's, like, really obvious. Yeah.
My thing to that would be, and I could be wrong, but this is just what I've experienced over time of observing Black women. White supremacy has given us a false throne, and we feel a false sense of superiority. So it's almost like, well, I'm a queen, so I don't really need you. I got everything that I need, and I'm good, and I'm this, and I got everything. In white supremacy, the Black man has only nobody but the Black man. This is why they have gangs. This is why a majority of them in jail. They're bonding in jail. We don't have time to bond because we're on our own grind, quote unquote, chasing the bag, looking for.
Intellectual comes up between that. 'Cause, I mean, if you think about it, just the things that you chase after, it's like it keeps you actually distracted and keeps you stuck in that little sexual illusion of trying to, when you, nothing that you're focusing on really matters. And so what really matters is creating, it's the bonding between each other, and that going after that is actually what, because we're trying to compete with each other, right? And none of that at the end of the day really matters. None of that you can
Right.
get with that paper.
So look at how you're speaking
really
now.
Matters.
That's what they said. Look at how you're speaking now.
I mean, it even trickled over. It's even in the conscious community of, this beautiful, beautiful Black goddess. But then, you have what do they call them? The infected or something, infected Black man or something, like basically downplaying the Black man and the Black women, even in their awakening. I don't know the word they use because I don't really keep up with that, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
If they have a goal to get that bag too.
Yeah, the conscious community.
Right.
Not even a community. It's just a bunch of Black people that want to be white or European, not white, but European.
They want to Europeanize our natural state. That's basically what that is. So even when you seeing all these Black women with their crystals and their hair locked and all that stuff, they still falling under the auspices of I'm superior, I don't need a man or another woman. And that trickles, even though we think we out of that, you could still see it, which is why there is no bonding or, less of a bond. Because even though you may think you added that program and you're really not, you still looking at yourself as I'm a queen and I deserve this and I don't need no other support from anyone else and I'm better than you. It's always a competition. Instead of it, if y'all truly under that teaching, we the same person. So the fact that there is no bonding, there's clearly a misunderstanding of the teaching. Because I love myself, so I'm gonna love anybody who was me, the same way I love myself. That's the teaching, right? So it's like, do you truly know the teaching? Are you truly walking in that? If everybody is you, because would you question yourself on how to hug yourself? Would you feel awkward to give yourself company or to talk to yourself? Like, that's what I'm saying. You gotta be real with yourself. And the best way to know yourself is to communicate with yourself. Is it not?
That's real. Yep. That's it. And
I mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
I feel like the women in Babylon, like when they're around each other, like they try to act like they're cool and like all goody goody, but they don't truly like express themselves, or they'll go with somebody else and talk about them. Like it's just a lot of like gossip with like there's no like real sisterhood in Babylon, and they
they naturally want that. That's why they like try to like come together and talk. But truly, like in Babylon, like you can't truly be you. So like that's just gonna be fake anyway. Like real sisterhood. So like,
Right. I mean, if you want to go back to scripture, that's like a Jezebel spirit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You just trying to infiltrate the group and, going for the head and trying to take down the head through lust and, seduction and using your feminine ways and woes. That's in there too. You just gotta be mindful of what type of person are you truly and fix that. Cause, you guys can.
with my experience with bonding with other women, like like we all were speaking about earlier, like bonding in Babylon. There's something that I'm overcoming now. Like we said earlier, it's having being able to trust another woman because we've been programmed not to trust you, not to trust you, not to trust you. So there's already a disconnect with the women. So when I was in Babylon, I know for sure, like what was said was that I couldn't trust the other women because that we all felt that we had, like we said, there was a competition, or we felt like we had to go against each other, and so there was always the cattiness and the snakiness and the sneakiness and the secretiveness, and it was always the gossiping. So for me, I when I went through all those experiences with friends in Babylon and the women in Babylon, I immediately felt a disconnect from women because of that. So I put up a guard from that. You're instinctively putting up these walls, and when you're coming out of that Babylon mindset, it's like you have, like you said, you have to have that. You have to have a clear mind because it's more than just coming to the jungle. If you still have that mindset, you're gonna bring that to the jungle. So we are healing from that Babylon